Like the name Unusual, I think there is a very unique perspective that Unusual Ventures uses to approaching finding product market fit.
We decided to join Unusual Ventures, this cohort, to learn about how to take this idea for a product that we had, turn that into a real product that actually helps the right people that we want to help, and then actually take that all the way until product market fit so we can start the scaling phase.
I think the one key thing that John called out during the past 2 days is you always want to iterate on your desperate who instead of kind of the what. I think that's definitely very different from what I've learned before, and I think it's great. We also try to implement that in our own company as well.
He really questioned us in ways that I felt like no one has ever questioned us before. So usually we get questions like, okay, like what does the tech stack look like? What features are you thinking about? And John was like, okay, so why did you pick education? No one had ever done that before, and I think that kind of led me to, think from an angle that we hadn't done before.
We've learned really a lot of things. One is like very clearly identifying who you're marketing for, who's your ideal customer, asking the right questions when you're talking to these potential customers, and it's been really interesting to kind of learn like the techniques of how to do sales calls.
Today especially, I learned the difference between concept and implementation testing. Now going into these interviews with our customers, we're trying to narrow down more our who or our customer. We feel more confident going through these interviews, knowing more about how to pay attention to what the customers are saying and allowing them to give us feedback.
I think the most memorable aspect of today's presentation is definitely the bowling pin analogy, along with how do we find the visionaries for our project, for our product, and then be able to iterate through that process and be able to reach more people. We just talked with our team during lunch. We're going to implement that in the next stage of our building process.
One of the things that we've kind of gone over now through this program is to talk to a potential customer without showing them your product, so you can actually get unbiased feedback on what their desperate need is. So I think that's something that we're really improving now, and we're scaling up our outreach efforts and our customer communication to really kind of leverage that.
I think it's very hard to get users to start talking about their stories, and I think this is something that people don't usually teach you how to actually conduct it. So seeing examples that Doc provided was very helpful, and I think we'll definitely take that to implement our own tests and to ask users for more insights and to learn from them.
My confidence has entirely shifted, and I've learned so much in such a short period of time. So I would encourage other people, especially students.
Everybody at Unusual is just great connections to have, so I'd say, for all those reasons, it's a super good program.